Hello, I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, a majority of workers at Chattanooga's Volkswagen plant have signed union cards, according to UAW. That means the United Auto Workers could be representing employees here by the end of the year. Now, the timing all comes down to when UAW and Volkswagen decide to move ahead. Still, opponents are calling for a secret ballot election. After all, workers at an Alabama auto plant where most employees signed union cards voted down the UAW in a secret election last month. Chamber of Commerce CEO Ron Harr says that if UAW organizes the Volkswagen plant, it will damage the city's chance to attract new companies and create jobs. He says a number of auto suppliers have already told the chamber they refuse to locate within 100 miles of the UAW. Next up, how far did Governor Bill Haslam go to fight against UAW at Chattanooga's Volkswagen plant? That's what one top House official wants to know. Democratic Caucus Chairman Mike Turner says he's concerned the governor is interfering with VW's internal decisions. Haslam has repeatedly urged Volkswagen to resist the United Auto Workers, and Turner says he's never heard of a governor going into a private company and advising them not to unionize. Turner says he's also found out that Haslam may have offered additional incentives to Volkswagen if the company would work to prevent unionizing in Chattanooga. He said, quote, "Talk about socialism, that's never been done, just because he has a personal distaste for unions." Now Turner is demanding copies of correspondence between the governor and VW officials, and Haslam's administration says they've received the open records request and are working on it. A new Southern restaurant opens Monday in downtown Chattanooga. Tupelo Honey Cafe will open in Warehouse Row. It'll be the chain's 5th location. Owners say each of the cafes value community service. The restaurant will be sending employees to 5 local schools to teach 3rd graders about healthy eating, and it plans to host chef nights for students and their parents. A Chattanooga County judge has admitted to illegally charging fees in cases that aren't even being tried. Sam Finster says he's been taking defendants' money in such cases for years, and that charging those fees is in the best interest of justice and the proper thing to do. But Georgia law says no one can be forced to pay money in a criminal case unless that person's been convicted. And after a Times Free Press reporter showed him it's illegal, Finster says he won't be doing it anymore. A tweet sent by Tennessee's lieutenant governor has Democrats demanding he apologize. Ron Ramsey tweeted that President Obama is attempting to ally with al-Qaeda in Syria's civil war. The Senate Speaker published the tweet yesterday on the 12th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. Now the chairman of the Tennessee Democratic Party has condemned the tweet and says Ramsey should, quote, "fire whoever wrote such an outrageous, dishonest, misleading, incendiary, unpatriotic, and dangerous attack on our nation's president." Craig Fitzhugh, the state House Minority Leader, also called for Ramsey to apologize. As of this morning, Ramsey hasn't removed the tweet, and his spokesman has not responded. A school bus driver is receiving a citation after a crash Tuesday morning sent 11 students to the hospital with minor injuries. The bus driver, David Kimbrough, rear-ended a Ryder truck at a red light. He told police he was monitoring a disturbance on the bus when the collision happened. A 1-year-old toddler has died after he was struck by a car. The accident happened Tuesday night in East Ridge. Police say the 1-year-old and an adult were at a home on Knollwood Drive when a family member moved a car and hit them. The child died at the hospital. Police say no charges are pending. Carol Goodman has been asked to resign from the board of McCamey Animal Center. Goodman is a tenured board member who's reportedly donated $70,000 to the center over the last few years. But several board members claim Goodman holds up meetings and personally attacks her peers. Goodman says she's unhappy because Executive Director Karen Walsh has received $60,000 in bonuses from the nonprofit in 4 years and without board approval. Walsh says she did receive a $10,000 bonus last year, but not $60,000 over the last 4 years. Goodman also claimed the executive board approves illegal financial decisions, but board members denied those allegations. Finally, school superintendents across the state are signing a letter that slams Tennessee Education Commissioner Kevin Huffman and his reform policies. Superintendent of Tullahoma City Schools Dan Lawson says his letter to the governor has received signatures from 63 superintendents, about half of the superintendents in the entire state. The letter says Huffman's office has no interest in discussions with teachers, principals, and superintendents and considers them impediments to school improvement. The letter hasn't yet been handed to Huffman or the governor's office. Lawson says he's giving superintendents a week to decide whether they want to sign it. Hamilton County School Superintendent Rick Smith says he's seen the letter but hasn't been asked to sign it. Turning to weather, today will be mostly sunny with a high near 91 degrees and a small chance of rain after 2 p.m. The low tonight will be around 68. That's our newscast for today. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.